The 76ers are up 2 games on the Toronto Raptors. I called it in 5 before the series started. Man, it looked like we might have to start getting them brooms out, y'all. This team looks unstoppable against Toronto. But let's talk about it, y'all. Yo, that. A G L E S.
Eagles! Eagles!
Say fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
You know you ain't got nobody on your team that can stick me right. Seriously, like, look at the scoreboard. You can put your hands up all you want. That's not going to help. What you need to do is call a rescue team because I'm putting a beating on y'all. This is crazy, man. So I don't even know why I'm talking to you for real, for real. Get your weight up, man. I'm out of here, man. Me mug this dude while I walk off. Peace. Yo, that man, you know who it is. You know what it is. Your boy, Philly Fresh, a.k.a. the General, here reporting for duty. Listen, man, if you have not done it, I appreciate in advance. On the road to 4K. Been trying to get there for a while, but I appreciate in advance if you just hit that sub button right down there for your boy, man. Yes. I appreciate it. And also, man, it's a bell next to it to let you know when I put up all this flavor. Going to be going live soon after Ramadan. I got about a week left. It's hard for me to really be in a live for an hour or so and talking, and I can't drink anything. You get what I'm saying? So, we gonna amp them Jones up though, man. Especially we got a lot to talk about. You already know BBP. We gonna be doing the draft, so stay tuned on that. And we got some draftees that we need to talk about too. Got 2 weeks, but that's not what we here for. We here to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Dominant, man. Dominant. Game 2 wasn't as dominant as game 1, but I think it hurt the Raptors a little bit more. The worst thing that the Raptors could have did was go up 8-0. When you look at it, right, Embiid said not tonight. Embiid said not tonight. Y'all went up 8-0. Van Fleet went off crazy. You know what I mean? Embiid like, no, we ain't doing that, and it took over the game. Embiid had 19 points in the first quarter. Only 19 points in the whole game. But didn't need them. I think you needed those 19 points in the first quarter. You needed him to carry you, to set the tone. And that's what he did. We seen vintage Embiid. And when I say vintage, I do mean that I think that he was holding back in the beginning of the season, or really the whole season, because of some might say because of injuries, or some might say just because of just conserving his energy. But we seen when that guy wants to do what he wants to do, he can be the best player in the league. He is your MVP. When that happens, and other things too, I mean, you had the fadeaway 3 in the corner when the game was winding down. I mean, he just gave you everything, coming down, dribbling, Euro step. Like, it's just, how can this guy not be your MVP? Jokic doesn't do these things, especially on a consistent basis. Like, even last year, I thought he had more buzzer beaters. He had game winners more last year. But this year, it's just everything is put together, man. And he put it on a platform. Back to the game. I thought Maxey once again came up big. Tobias Harris once again came up big. See, Tobias is not he ain't gonna wow you. You get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna wow you, but he is gonna let's get to the money, man. He is gonna give you 20. I think he gave you like 23 last game. Maxey again with 23. I mean, had 30. He had 39 the last game, 38 the last game, so can take a day off. But that's true. For sophomore, who else you got? You got contribute. You got some contribute out of Danny Green. Shout out to him turning back the clock. That dunk needed that. Harden, 14.6 rebound. But I thought that he controlled the game. And not only that, you seen him deferring to Maxey. A lot of stars and ex-superstars, you think a guy like Russell Westbrook would do something like that? Or he came to the Lakers and said, nah, I need the ball in my hands. I need the ball in my hands. And you got a guy like Harden, man. Shout out to him for that. Can we get to the Embiid, though? Can we get to the Embiid, though? Like, Embiid speaks his mind. This is why you gotta love the dude. And the Nick Nurse situation, we seen it. We know what he said to him. And I mean, I don't think he should have said it, but he's absolutely right. And if that was on his mind, it's on his mind. Because I do feel as though he felt some type of way. I think that he felt as though, and this might not be true on how you feel or on the perspective of it. I feel as though Nick Nurse not put a hit out on Embiid, but did say foul him hard, get him out of his rhythm. Because this is the only way that we can try to have a chance to beat them, is to beat him up. And I think that he took that to heart. And then when you start off trying to beat him up, now every foul counts. Because the fouls that you done took, and now you get in the ones that he makes you take because he's so smart, you find yourself in foul trouble every time. And you as a coach, you're making it look bad that every single time you sitting there arguing and crying to the ref. You making yourself look bad. Your team like, damn, like, all right, well, if my coach is doing it, it's cool for me to do it. I truly don't like it. I don't like when James Harden do it. I don't like when Embiid does it. But the difference between Embiid and James Harden, when Embiid does it, he has his hands up and he's still going down the court. When James Harden does it, he's sitting there talking to the ref at the other end of the court when it's a fast break on the other end. Too much of that, man. Too much of that. And I mean, when you go through this whole season, a lot of people been saying, I think it was it Tyronn Lue and another coach that said if it wasn't for the fouls, Embiid wouldn't average this and average that. If it wasn't for 3-pointers, Steph Curry wouldn't average what he averaged. So what do you mean? It's a part of the game. It just seems like it's hate to me. Anytime, it seems like anytime anybody from Philly do something good, it's just hate. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But it is what it is, man. Great game. Can't wait for game 3. I hate to have to say this, but I am kind of happy that Thibault has not been a big. He has come up with some good plays defensively, but I'm happy that he hasn't been a big part. And it seemed like Danny Green turned back the hands of time a little bit because you're going up there without him. I don't even think he can get on a plane. He can't even go into forbidden waters. He ain't going there. He's staying his behind right in Philly with us. So when you look at that situation, man, not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of happy that he wasn't, and it was smart of Doc Rivers to not start him, and then not to start him the first 2 games, and then, hey, Danny Green, I need you. No, Danny, we just gonna rock out, and this is going to be the starting lineup for this series. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He didn't get the vaccination. Not mad at him about it, but you know, I wanted him to ball out the games that he could play, but I'm kind of glad that he didn't, because it's like you really not missing anything. It's no drop off for real, because Danny Green is playing so good, and he might even play better in Toronto where he won his ring. I like a lot from what I'm seeing from the Sixers, man. Not gonna lie to you, we already know how I feel about Maxey. I think Maxey is a star in the making, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep saying this. I am not trading Maxey for Bradley Beal next year. This dude he's sensational. And I don't know if just he might hit a wall or something like that. I don't know. But right now, the way the kid, it's, and this is what you want from your players. Somebody that wants to play the game, loves the game. You can see when this kid plays, he got to bounce a step to him other than our last point guard, because it seemed like he wasn't in it to play the game. He was in it for everything else, or still is in it for everything else. This kid loves the game, and he developed, and he's developing right before our eyes. And I wouldn't get rid of him. Now Thibault, that's a different story. But right now, man, Maxey got to stay, because even when Embiid gone, this kid is 21 years old. When Embiid gone, he can be your guy. You can build around him. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all already know. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all. Yo, that.